Hi, in today's video we shall be looking at our hotel management systems. .pro, it's one of our .pro hotel management system is one of our customized hotel management customized software solutions amongst all of our many digital solutions for businesses. So it's an online system that that is web based and works online using the internet. So I'll log in first of all as a super admin. Remember, in all of our software, every user has a username and a password. So I'm logging in as an admin. So this is our dashboard. For those that will be admins, our accountants, this is how your dashboard will look like as well. So we shall be looking at how this software works. Basically, the hotel software is used to manage guests, used to manage check-ins, check-outs, manage your rooms as well as your guests as well. Also, if you have a lounge and a bar, the system also helps manage the inventory and manage the sales to customers, both indoor and outdoor bars as well. So even if you have a guest that is checked in and still wants to buy one or two things from the bar, this can be added to their bill as well from the system. So let's navigate over the system in this short while and see how each menu works. So to be more like a summary, but let's just look at it. Let's dive in and see what we have today. Alright, so basically, like I said, this is our dashboard and our working area, and on the left we have the menus. So on the right is our dashboard. Okay, so let's explain what does all of these buttons, all of these menus, all of these write-ups, what do they signify. So at first, at the top here, we see the name of your hotel, or maybe your guest room, or your lounge, or your bar, so whatever you call it. So we have demo hotel, and here you can log in and log out and also change your password if you want to change your password. So down here we have notifications here, but we have number one, we have reservations. That's for patient people that do bookings. Maybe someone, a client comes and says, okay, please wants to book a room, he has not paid yet. So this is shows you the list of reservations, and this here current guests, that's guests that are currently checked in into the room. So you can see you have two guests currently checked in. You see the dates they were checked in, and okay, you can view bill to see their bill details, what they have done so far, how much they are owing, if they are still owing on their units, if you want to cancel their check-in and all of that. Then in here we see due for checkout. You see these two guests now, they are due for checkout because their check-in date is 12th December 2024. You can view to see more information. So their check-in date is 12th of December and they are due to check out for December 2024, but currently they've stayed up to 100 days, right? So that's it. Then also this last two is for basically for your inventory. So here we have reached the radar level. That's for items that have reached the radar level that you've created for them. So the system also manages your radar level. Radar level is a level of quantity an item will get to before it tells you go and order for more before it runs out of stock. Okay, then we have out of stock. That means you have them before, but now you no longer have them. Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, now going further, you see our dashboard, our daily revenue. So this shows you as you're selling, gives you the as guests have been checked in, as you're selling, it shows you the total money you're making on a daily basis. So all this report is on a daily. Then we have, so the system further breaks it down where we have accommodation revenue. From this revenue we now have accommodation separately, and we have your lounge, which is your bar and restaurant, how much they're making separately from there as well. So also the system also calculates your net profit looking at these parameters such as your revenue, your expenses, and your cost of sales. This gives you your daily profit. However, there is a menu that gives you summary of, or gives you a comprehensive report of your profits and loss. Okay, so down, if you go down, you see a summary of your daily check-in. So the last check-ins here, 12 December, one customer checked in, and the revenue generated from that check-in is this. On the right, we have your monthly check-in statistics, which shows you which compare one month to another month based on the check-ins. Okay, then going down, we have your monthly revenue. So each month you'll be seeing how much you're making, and this daily sales record. If you look at this, let me open something else so you see. Okay, you see this one has lots of data, so this is how it will come out. It will look like this is how your dashboard look like as an admin. You scroll, you see all of the daily transactions. Okay, let's move on. So now your dashboard as an admin is different from the dashboard of a front desk officer and also a sales rep. Okay, so it's quite different, but you as the admin, this is how you look, your dashboard look like. Let me log in as a sales, as an admin. I think I have as a sales rep, a front desk officer. So let me look for my list of users and see who is a front desk officer. If you go to reports, let's see our list of users. Okay, so we have D, yes, who is a front desk officer, and Onosta, who is a cashier. So let's log in as a cashier or sales rep. Let's see how that looks like. So the cashier here is the one who appears on the bar. Alright, so you see it shows you the number of customers that they have attended to. You see a suit to expire item. Their notification is different from that of you as the admin. In here we have this one, they used to make customer order, right? They use this one to make a customer order. Then in here we have another one where they view orders, right? So you can view the order, what order that has been ordered, what the orders that have been made, and you don't want to do more to it. I will explain all of this going forward. And we have expired items, reached the order level, and out of stock, just like that. The difference here is these two. Okay, all right. Then let's go over to this. I think this one should be a front desk officer. Okay, let's see. I think we've not changed the password of this person. Alright, to save time, let's reset that user's account so we can change the password again. So go to admin, reset password, and D. So I've reset that password to the default one so we can change it and log in now. Okay, so you as an admin, you have the right to change your password. Your staff to reset the password rather, so they can log in again, especially when they forget their password. Okay, so password was a minimum of 6 characters. 6 characters minimum. So it can be a mixture of capital letters or small letters. Alright, so you see now this person as a front desk officer, this is what the dashboard will look like. What we have this here is what they use to check in a new guest. Then here you can check out guests. You can also you can search for guests. Then here you can make payment, and also here they can check for if there's any reservations. So you see the dashboards and the notifications are different. In here you see amount, you're showing them that someone is owing them 406,000. So you can see all of these here. So due for checkout is telling them these are the people that are due for checkout, and also available rooms, that number of rooms that are available currently. So you see here deluxe has been booked. This one, room 102, it has been occupied, executive suite occupied, and diplomatic suite available. Okay, so now I want to work as an admin to show you a lot of this. First of all, let's look at let's start by checking in guests. So but currently now, if you look at this, we have our current guest list. But before we look at that, let's look at our rooms. Let's go to reports. Go to reports, scroll down, you see a room list. So this room list shows you the rooms that are available. So currently deluxe and executive suites are occupied, so diplomatic suite is still available, means we can also book that. But let's see how the bookings work. How do we book guests? So first of all, first point of call is front desk. When you go to the front desk, click on check-in. So once you click on check-in, the first thing you need to do is to enter the customer's name, so the customer's number. What happens with the phone number is this: once you click on get details, if the guest is if the guest has been registered with you before, maybe has been coming to your hotel before to check in, has come to your hotel to check in before, the system brings out all their information, the details that they have with you before. But else, if they've not been there before, it will ask you to create them as a new guest. So in here now, so let's say we have deluxe. You see there's no deluxe room available, so let's go to executive suite. No executive suite available. Now let's go to diplomatic suite. I think there's a room, so we have room 405 available. Okay, so now you see where the bill for a night is 120,000 naira per night. So we have the names, everything is already there. So you put in the check-in date, when they checking it. Let's say they're checking today, then when is their due checkout? Let's assume they're checking out tomorrow, so that's 120,000. Total due is 120,000. If I should increase it, so let's say they're checking out on the 24th, you see this increases to 240,000 naira, which is 2 days. So once I'm done, I just click on check-in. So you see guest already posted, so that guest is already checked in into the room, so you cannot check in that guest again. So let's check out those guests that are in, let's say, our current guest list. You can see if you check our current guest list, let's view bill. Let's check out all of these guests. So for us to check out all of these guests, we have to ensure we complete their payment. However, let's go back. Let's check in a new guest entirely. Let's just, for the purpose of this, so click on check in. Let's check in a new guest. Let's say 08012345678. That's the phone number. Get details here is different, so let's say diplomatic suite 405. Let's put the name of the guest. So the name here is going to be, let's say, Ajayi. Let's say Crowder. Okay, select gender male, residential address, let's say 23 Ajayi Way. Put the emergency contact, this is okay. So check-in date is checking in 22nd, checkout 23. So click on check it. Once you click on check it, so guest posted successful. So the next thing you're supposed to do is to go make payment. That's the next thing you're supposed to do, because once you check in a guest, currently now the guest has not been checked in. What you just did now is that you reserved that room. So the next thing the front desk officer is supposed to do, you can come here and click on front desk and go to new guest payments. If you don't make payment, the guest cannot be checked in fully. But the rooms are just the room is just booked for now. You see Francis Osage, before that we did, he booked a room but he has not paid. That was why he was not able to check in that room. So Ajayi Crowder, I click on details. What then happens? So you see here, so this is the payment details. In here now you see is check rate is 120,000. We have entered all the prices for each of the rooms already before. There's a menu here, you enter the prices. So checkout date is here and the days is 1. So now this is the discount. If you want to apply discount, maybe you want to give them like 5% discount. Okay, if you say okay, maybe I want to give this person 5% discount, you can apply. So if I don't want to, if you can click here, I say okay, let's say I'm giving the person 5% discount. I click on the 5% discount, apply. You see the amount has changed to now 114,000 per night. However, I'm not giving any discount. Let's say 1%. If I come back here, apply 1% discount, so I'm discounting 1,200 naira for this person. I believe following. Okay, so at the end of the day I have to select the mode of payment. Is it cash, POS transfer, or wallet? Wallet means the person has some money with you before, so you can use that to offset the payment. However, let's say it's cash. If I select cash, so how much cash did this person deposit? So the system allows you to deposit the whole money or maybe make part payment, then the remainder would be like a debt. So let's say this person is paying the whole 118,000. That's 118,800, right? So I click on save and print, and okay, so I can print a receipt and give to the customer, right? So you can see, shows you your name, your hotel name details, shows you your the amount the person is paying, the discount, and all of that. Okay, so you can give them the receipt. So at this point, the guest now has been checked in into the receipt. Now current guest list has increased to 3 now. So current guests, we have Agile Crowder here. You can view their bill in here and you see everything there. So currently now you can cancel their check-in. If you want to cancel their check-in, you can print their bill to show you everything inside their bill. Once they are due for checkout, they want to move out of the hotel, before they move out of the hotel, they have to print their bill. If there's any additional thing they added while they were in the hotel, the system captures everything, or you can just simply check them out. So for example, now if you look at this other guest like Bishop James, currently is not owing anything. So let's check out these guests. Just click on checkout. So this is another way to, this is a way to check out your guests. So you check them if there's any issue. If there's no issue, you check them out. So you can even print their bill to show them, okay, this is the things you bought or the things you did while you were in the room. Okay, so we've checked out that guest. So automatically, the moment we check out that guest, you see now that room will be available. If we go to reports again and we'll go to room list, you see now executive room 321 is now available. Meanwhile, diplomatic suite is still occupied. So that you can create more room depending on the number of rooms. When you set up the software, we set up the software, you have to create all your rooms in the system. Right, you have to create all your rooms. So creating your rooms is a simple thing. Just go to the admin menu and click on add items. This is where you create all your items. So we have different categories. We have accommodation, restaurant, and bar. So for rooms, obviously it's going to be accommodation. So you see the categories of the rooms. So first of all, you need to create the categories of this room. To create the categories of this room, you go to add subcategory, select accommodation, then start entering your room categories. For example, if you add like or executive rooms, just like that, you can create all of them there. However, if you go back to add items, you select accommodation, then select, you see now gold room has been added, so you can add the gold room. You can say maybe room 149, or from hotels, what they do, they can say they want to name it according to, they want to use a name, and they can say, okay, Manchester is the name of the room, just like that, and save whatever you want to call the room. Okay, so if you go to our list of rooms, go back to reports, go to list of rooms or room list, you see now we have gold room Manchester has been added to our list of rooms. So there's no price for it. How do we enter the price for our rooms? So it's still under the admin. We'll go to under the admin. If you go to the admin menu, we check for room prices, manage room details, or manage room prices. So if you go to manage room details, in here you can change them. So if I say that this is the price, so gold room, I click on update details. Here I can change the price. Let's see, I'm changing it to, let's say, 35,000 naira. I save. So going back there, you can see now gold room now is now 35,000 naira. So that's for that. So if let's still move on, there's still other things you need to do on the front desk menu, still on the rooms. So under the front desk menu, you see where you will now to check in guests. You can also cancel a guest check-in. You can cancel a guest check-in if the guest says, please, I don't want to check in again, I don't want to stay in this hotel again, please cancel my check-in. Just click on view and you click on cancel. If they are owing any amount, they must make that payment first, or you guys manually you do whatever you want to do to cancel the payment on all that, then you can cancel the check-in. Okay, then check out guests. You can only check out guests that are due, for checkout. Okay, that's when you see due for checkout, their checkout date is the current day or less, or less than the current, like previous days. So you view, you check in, you see this person that he has bought a whole lot. This is the amount, the total amount due. He has paid 119,000, still owing 56,000. Let's assume this person pays 56,000. Let's assume he pays using your POS, select bank, then click on 56,000 post payment. So once you post the payment, you can come here now. So now you see the checkout button has now appeared, because if you don't make your payment, you cannot check out. So you can print their bill. When you click on print bill, you see now it shows you all the things. The bill contains everything that they have done so far, the rooms and the total amount that they are owing. So in here now, you can now check them out of the hotel. Once you are done, since everything is okay, you can check them out of the hotel too, so that room can be made available. Okay, so that's for checkout. So you can also extend the stay of a guest. So maybe a guest says, oh please, I want to stay further than this, and you can only extend the stay of a guest that is due for checkout. Okay, so let's assume the checkout date of that guest is today. That's the only time the system allows you to extend their stay. Okay, so then also, other than that, you can also change the room of a guest. Let's say a guest say, please, I don't like this room, change my room, change this room. So you click on change room. You can only change room within the same category. So you see now currently there is no other room available for this person under this category. So if the person wants to go to a higher room, the best thing you need to do is to check out that person, then check into that room. Then okay, going further, you can search guest. Maybe you want to see a guest that has come into your hotel after a period of time. Let's say you want to check for a guest, that the guest details in your room. Let's say for example James. So I click on it, it will show you all the transactions of guests, all the time this guest has checked into your hotel. So you see the first checked in date, the date he checked in, who checked him in, if his stay was extended, if he checked out, you see he checked out on the 22nd of March, which is today. So who checked him out? Is he owing any money before he checked out? No. You can view the bill to see everything he did for that particular period he checked in. Okay, so that's the essence of this search guest. Alright, then now there's something we call add guest to be. Maybe a guest comes in and say, please, can you that person, some other persons that want to check in with him, he's booking other rooms, or maybe he wants to buy food or wants to do other things, right? So you can add it to his bill. For example, now he's in the hotel and he wants food, or maybe laundry service and all that. So I just click on that. So you put in the food. Let's say he needs a drink. So I click, let's say Henneken, for example. You see the quantity we have. Click on it. So I click on say, let's say it needs 2. This is the duty of the front desk officer, right? Because he's adding to their bill. Okay, I click on OK. So you can print a docket and take it to that person, take it to the barman or whoever is in charge to give that thing. Okay, that's for that. So automatically that will be added to the bill of that guest. So automatically add to the bill of that guest. Okay, if I click on front desk, if I go back to front desk, I click on the, let's say, current guest list, I view the bill. You see now canned Henneken quantity 2 has been added to his bill. You can see now, right? So he has 4,000 naira that has been added to his bill automatically. Okay, so now let's move further. Let's move further. So going down, we have book room. You can book a room for a guest if you want to book a room. Let's say a guest calls in and say, please book a room for me, come so and so date. You just enter your details just like you are checking in a guest, but in this case you are just booking a room. Then you can do a guest refund, right? Maybe a guest makes payment and you want to refund the money. At the end of the day, maybe the guest made excess payment and there's a balance in his wallet. You want to refund the money to the guest. You can select the guest name and you see the current balance is 0, right? This is the current balance is 0. There's no money to refund. But assuming there's money to refund, you just type the amount, then you click on refund, right? So insufficient fund, you cannot refund money to that guest. So the system keeps record of this refund that you do. So that's basically it about the front desk officer, right? Like I said, for adding to guest bill, you can add items. You can also add accommodation. Maybe the person is bringing other persons into the hotel, and he is the one responsible for their payment. So you can book a room book other rooms for other guests, and also put in the money in their bill. So it will be the one to pay for it. Let's say I click on deluxe, so we have deluxe room. You put in the name of the guest that is being checked in. Let's say James Trafford. Contact phone number 090-123-4678. Right. So select gender, male, residential address, contact, put in check-in date. So today, and it's checking out. Yes. So in this case, you don't need to go and make payment currently. Automatically, this bill, this amount will be added to the guest bill, right? If you click on, now you see this new guest has been added here. If you click on current guest list, you see now that we have two guests. The first one, Ajayi Crowder, you see now deluxe room has been added to his bill, making it 90,000. You get? So now that if you go back to current guest list and you click on view bill for James Trafford is not owing any amount, right? It's not owing any amount. Okay, so that's how you add to guest bill. So now let's look at the inventory part, the sales part, right? So for maybe you have a lounge and a bar, how does that work, right? It's simple. So on the lounge and the bar, first you have a sales rep and you have your cashiers that are collecting your money. Once a sales rep goes to the individual or to the client, either in the bar or in the restaurant, what it does is that they take their order. Once they take the order, they move straight back to the cashier system. There could be a central system and the cashier punching the system, or you want, it's two ways. You can also want the sales rep to be using the tab to make their orders by themselves, no problem. So currently the way it works, we can customize it to suit you the way you want it. You come to sales menu, you go to sales order. But if you were to be the cashier menu, let's use the front. Let's use the cashier menu. Okay. But before you go to sell, first of all, you cannot sell what you do not have. This system also manages your inventory. So it means you have to receive items. So if you go to stock balance, this is what you currently have. You have canned Heineken, you have Guinness can, Glenfiddich, and all of that. And you see the worth of all the goods you have. So at a glance, you know the worth of what you have currently in the system, right? So if you go to receive items, what you use to receive quantity from the market, right? You put in the invoice number, you select the supplier. If the supplier's name is not there, you can click on add supplier and put in the supplier name. So after putting the supplier name, you go to receive supplier, put in the invoice number, you select the supplier name. Let's say Gouda, for example. You see there's no Gouda here, so you can go and create that Gouda by going to admin, add items. Now you click on bar, right? So let's say Gouda. The same thing applies for your food. If it's restaurant, you click on restaurant, you click on, let's say, fried rice, for example, and so you see fried rice already exists. So to be sure, let's go to report, look at our, see we have bar items, shows you all the items in the bar. So you see these are the items we have in the bar currently. Then we also have restaurant items, which shows you all the items that are we've created in the restaurant. But if you want to see all the items together, you can go to item list, comprise item. It shows you everything, right? All the items with their category. Okay, so in here now, let's go back to inventory, receive item. So we can put in the invoice number, select the supplier. Let's say Gouda. Quantity is 0, you put in the quantity, let's say 50. So you remember you have to enter the price, the sales price as well. Let's say the cost price is 1,000, the selling price is 3,000 that you want to sell. If there are other things you want to do, let's say water, put your next to water, and then quantity, let's say 30. You see there's price for it already. If you want to increase it, you can also increase it as well. Then you close stocking. Well, once you're done, click on stock balance, you see what you have. You see your store worth has increased also. We have Gouda and all that. So let's go back to the sales. On the sales menu, if you click on sales menu, click on sales order. So you have to click the person that is making the order. You have to select which cashier, which sales rep taking this order, which sales rep is taking this order. So you have to select your name, the name of the sales rep. Me and the cashier, for example, I'm the one I'm the only one that have access to the system, so I need to select the cashier that is placing this order. Let's say this is the cashier, so I click at the order, I click on their name, so put in the items that they are ordering for. Let's say Gouda, so I click how many Gouda, let's say 2. And the next one, let's say this person is also ordering Anakin. I select how many Anakin, let's say 2. So once I'm done, you can delete. You want to delete, you can increase. If you want to reduce, you can reduce. Then at the end of the day, I click on save order. So once I save order, it's important to print docket. It is important to print a docket, very important. So once you print the docket, you are expected to take this docket now to either the bar, so that the barman can then give you your the drink. So you can, some people they do print 2 copies, so you can give 1 copy to the barman to show that as an evidence that you've given them this and they've issued you this. Then the sales rep is expected to keep 1 copy, so that whenever he wants to go back to make more orders, that's simple. So at the end of the day, as these customers are drinking, if another customer comes in, a new customer, you click on sales order again, and you click on the person that is making that order. Okay, it's simple. However, if the customer is done drinking, or maybe the customer wants more items, I just simply click on view order. Once you click on view order, you see all the orders that are pending here, looking at the date, right? So the current one, you can search with the docket number to be sure of that particular table you are working on, because every customer you order for, there's a unique number that has been added, that is generated, which is this invoice number. You can use the last 5 digits, let's say 4228, it comes out. You see the amount, see the total items you've ordered before, the person that ordered it, and the cashier that posted it on the system. So you click on view. So if there are more items that you want to order, or you want to return an item, so the sales rep and the cashier, they don't have the right, only the admins have the right to remove the item. So you see this delete icon, it will appear for them. But if I should log in as a cashier, as a normal cashier, let's see what happens if I log in as a normal cashier. Okay, so if I go back here, I say okay, this is a front desk officer place. Let me log in as a cashier. If I log in as a cashier, you see here, click on this, click on okay, this is what we have. Okay, today 10,000 view. So in here now you see there's no delete button here, you cannot delete it, but we can do 3 things here now. So you can either add order to the bill of that customer. You can click on add order. You see to change the invoice number, you can add order. Let's say this time the person wants water, so I click on it, then I can save the order. Or maybe he wants more anything, I click on it and save the order. Right, so remember, you must print a docket for every bill you do. It's important to print the docket. So once you print the docket, click on view bill. Now you see now there are 4 items that have been added. So you view now, it shows you everything. So the anything has increased, and we have 1 extra anything that has been added to it. Okay, so in here now, let's say the customer is done drinking, the same thing. You see, if we don't want to add order, you can print the bill and go send to the same place. Please, this is your amount due. These are all the items you order, showing them. So there's no need for using barrier and anything. So you see everything. The amount due 12,500. So at the end of the day, once they are done, they've made payment, you click on make payment. Once you click on make payment, select the payment type. How did they make payment? Is it cash, POS, or transfer? Let's say they make the transfer. Select the bank and the post and print. Immediately you click on this, you can then print your final receipt to give to them to show that they have made payment. That's the end of the sales. Immediately you do this, that table will be cleared. Okay, you see on their end now, you see the daily transaction. The table will be cleared automatically. If you view orders now, you see we only have 1 order there. Because these orders are here, it means that these people, they are still owing money. So until you make payment, the tables will not be cleared. That is how it works. Okay, that's basically it about the sales. Let us look at some of these reports here. So if you look at the dashboard, you see there's an increase in amount. Here we have lodging and accommodation. This is how much we made from the lodging today. This is bar and restaurant. We have this is how much the bar and the restaurant has made today, 12,500. 100 naira. So this is your net profit on your dashboard. So you see there's the records of the revenue. So if we go to financial report, there are some things we could see. You can see our sales report. Sales report is basically your items that you sell, right? Shows you all the items that have been sold so far today and the person that ordered it. And you can also see your general revenue report. Click on revenue report to show you all the total revenue that you have made for the day. Okay, then if we move further, then we have what's it called? Let's still look at some of our financial reports. Then we have sales by category. So this sales by category shows you the different categories that you have sold from, right? The different categories of our bar so far. This is how much we've generated, and this is the profit, right? Then we have our profit and loss statement, which shows you your general revenue, cost based on the cost of goods sold, and also your operating expense. The system also helps you manage your expense. There's a place where you can post your expense. Let's quickly look at it. You go to financial management, click on post expense, select the expense, then select the say utility, put the amount 3,000, put the detail of that transaction, right? Let's say being payment, just doing that. So if we should go back to our financial report, you see we also have expense report there and all of that. Okay, we have expense report and check all of that there. But if you now look at our profit and loss, okay, it was 30,000 I added. So if you look at it, operating expense 30,000. So our net profit now is now 150,000. So you can add whatever expense you want to add, right? So we have our customer statement. We have okay, that's for those people that are doing no say, don't really need out. So we have accommodation revenue, which shows you the revenue that I've gotten from accommodation, all the money that was paid using accommodation, just like we have sales report. We have guest deposit, we have guest refund report. Remember, if you refund money, it shows you all of this. Okay, so that's basically for the financial report. Then we have our general reports, where we have your item list, your sales return, your purchase report, shows you a report of all of your purchases. We have your soon to expire to stock, your item history, so you can select an item and check what happened to that item over time. You can just select the date, say from this date to this date, click on here, you select the item name, click on the item to show you all the transaction that occurs on this particular item. Then we have your highest selling item, which item is selling the most in terms of revenue. Your fast selling excuse me, fast selling items and all of that. So we have your guest list, shows you a list of all your guests that's in the hotel. Your change room report, your check-in report, shows you a report showing all the people that have, all the guests that have checked in today. Your checkout report, all the guests that were checked out today. Your room reports. Now this one, room report, showing you reports by room. So you can select a room and see all the check-ins, what has occurred in that particular room. So maybe you want to see each room, see what has happened in that room over a period of time. So I can, let's say room 405, you see, it shows you the guests that checked in, the date it was checked in, the date, if anything, for extended, the amount and everything. So you can select each room and see how guests are checking into that room. So we have waiter order report, restaurant items, and all of that. So that's basically it. So this software can further be customized to suit either of our clients depending on how they want it. So you can also check on some of other of our videos where we have other of our softwares, like our laboratory, we have our normal inventory, sales and inventory for restaurants or for supermarkets and pharmacies and all of that. So if you have any other questions, you can drop it in the comment below, or you can also contact Onostar Media for any form of customization. Thank you for watching.